and girls, welcome back to Midgame Life Crisis! I'm Werewolf.
I'm Inconsistency.
So, this is the 12th episode
of our podcast. Of monthly podcast.
It's a monthly podcast that does not get published monthly.
No, we publish it like a month after recording for whatever reason.
Not just that, and sometimes it's like 2 back-to-back or something, and it's inconsistent.
Yeah,
like your name.
Yes, exactly. But we're gonna change that shit. We're gonna start releasing these episodes a lot faster, going on from the next one, basically.
Yeah, basically after the next. No. Yes, the next one. Okay.
Yes.
From the next one going forward, I pledge to make not maximum, but a very high effort.
Hey, this is not our fucking job, man.
I'm gonna make an effort to get them out 1 week tops after recording.
Yeah, that'll be good. But hey, no promises. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, yeah.
12th episode, which means after this one, it's a year.
Yeah, I've been doing this shit for a year, man. The channel has been around for a year. The short content and the podcasts.
Formats have changed.
We've released to the time of this recording, which is, where are we now? The 25th of January, 2025. And in February, it'll be 1 year for Midgame Life Crisis. Holy shit, man. We made it. We're still here. We still survived. We're alive.
Yeah.
Working on it. Anyways, we're still we got a lot of stuff in the pipeline coming by the way when it comes to content, so stick around, guys. And yeah, let's get into it, man. I'm feeling kind of combative today, so I'm gonna just go right at you, as they say, and give the audience a nice little clash. So
we never really clash.
Well, we're gonna be clashing today, my friend, because I see you on Steam online, bro. I see what you're playing. I see the games you're playing. I see your shame.
You're like the Navi. I see you.
No, bro. I see you in the bad way. I see you, bro.
I'm doing the hand motion of the Navi.
I see you. It's that kind of see you. I see your shame, bro. I see you playing Starfield all day, all night, because that's the only time you have free.
I promise you, half of that time I'm sleeping.
With this game, I believe you.
Oh, with this game, yes. To be honest, I have a lot of criticism. It's not.
But you're still playing it. That's the part that pisses me off. Why are you playing a game that? Are you actually enjoying this fucking game?
At times.
I mean, come on! You have such limited time.
But we had this discussion before about Skyrim, alright?
No, that's not the same. Skyrim is a good game. It's a great game.
Calling Skyrim a good game is a joke, come on!
It's an amazing game, okay? And I don't even like it that much. But it's an amazing game.
None of these Bethesda games are amazing, okay? They're always bug fests and janky and the combat is flawed. Come on, you have lots of criticism to these games. They work because for some fucking reason they serve you a game mechanic that you don't get anywhere else.
I agree with that, but in Starfield's case, there's some different criticism that are not normal for Bethesda games. If anything, from what I understand...
No, but that's the thing...
Wait. From what I understand, it's one of the more stable games, bug-wise, that came out of Bethesda.
Yeah.
That's not the biggest issue with this game. There's many other issues that...
No, but it's still janky as fuck.
Oh, because it's the same fucking engine as Skyrim!
Well, it's a slightly better one.
Obviously, it's updated, but it's still the creation engine. I think that's the name of it. It's why are they using the same shit? Why not?
What? Are you asking about the company that releases games expecting the community to fucking mod it and make it better? This lazy company, you want them to update your engine? This is the laziest company in the industry.
But you're playing their fucking game every night in your limited time.
Because they're the only company that gives me the game that scratches these fucking itches.
Are you telling me?
The second they have competition, real competition, you're gonna see how suddenly you have a new engine and you have better bugs and whatever, things are gonna look different, but they have no competition.
But didn't Starfield, I'm pretty sure Starfield was a fucking disappointment. Both in the sales and the critical response. I mean, yeah, it sold well. Obviously, it's a fucking Bethesda game.
Because to be honest, when you take the fantasy out, because all they did was switch fantasy with space, right?
It's so reductive when you say it like that. It's literally Skyrim in space. That's what you're saying? Or wannabe Skyrim in
It's the
space?
same engine. The character models look the same. They just dress differently.
It's
They behave the same.
they're so wonky.
Yeah. Look, one of the things I enjoyed the most in Skyrim and Oblivion and all these games is the exploration, right?
Of course.
You go somewhere, you see a point of interest, you go to it, is a small story, maybe even a side quest, whatever. Discovering the world this way is a big part of the game.
Agreed.
All of this thing evaporates in space because you fast travel from point to point.
100%.
You get to a planet and there's absolutely no incentive to just start wandering the planet. Because, and bro, they got to amazing new level of laziness. It's like, you know, you get to a point of view and the point of view has like a name, you know, like a mining outpost or abandoned weapon facility. Okay? You've seen one, you've seen them all. To the point of where the fucking loot is on the fucking environment. It's unbelievable. You're just the same fucking thing.
So lazy.
Unbelievably lazy. So basically they took one of the most interesting aspects of their games, the exploration, evaporated it, and they gave you a game.
So I'm asking you, you're literally making my point for me. Why are you
Because
wasting...
it's still scratching the same itches. I have, you know, they're giving you a sandbox. I can go wherever, I can fly wherever the fuck I want, try to get a better ship, destroy pirates, build an outpost somewhere. Again, it's like a freedom of choice.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a comparison that people are probably not going to like, but the comparison is a game without a story, basically, which is the answer to your question, why I'm sticking with it. I'm just playing the story right now. I'm doing like the most main stories. But for example, the side quests, I abandoned completely. And this is something I never do. I'm a completionist. I usually, the side quests are the point of the game.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because what? Listen, let me finish the question this time. I want you to hear me and really listen to what I'm asking you. You're a father. You're a working man. You're a husband. You have like 1,000 children. How the fuck, with your extremely limited free chill time, are you wasting your valuable time playing this piece of shit lazy game? I understand that it offers something unique that nobody else offers, but even so, you talk about this game with such vile in your voice. You obviously are enjoying yourself in a very limited way, not like how you enjoyed yourself with previous Bethesda games. So yeah, maybe just wait for some good mods for it, or that are not sure to come out because the mod community is not as happy about this game, obviously, so they're not as supportive with it as they are with previous games. But there is still a mod community. I'm sure there's some good mods out there.
I tried to look at a few mods, but it seemed complicated just to get it going.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. And the game just did not make me want to...
What do you mean? It's the same. How is it more complicated than modding Skyrim? Didn't you mod Skyrim?
No, because like Bethesda is lazy, so there's mods that you need that basically just fix shit or make some graphic implement that the other mods need, you know?
Oh.
There's like basic mods that you need just to make the other mods run properly.
No wonder the mod community is not very hot about this game, bro.
So if I have to go and make sure that I have the right version or whatever of some of the basic mods before you can, and I was like, whatever. I don't care that much. And I just installed the game and I'm playing it vanilla, which is not a good idea. Of course, you're gonna be critical of it, but with all due respect, this is the game they published. So.
And you paid full price for it, or just get it?
No. I waited for a discount.
Okay, good.
I waited for a discount. I knew in advance.
And it's a long game, so you're going to be playing it for a long time. That's why I'm so angry that you're wasting your time with it instead of playing like Indiana Jones or something that is worth your while. You know what I mean? Like a good game. Anyways, whatever.
Actually, you know what game is I'm considering of playing after this one?
What? Which one?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, that's a great fucking game. You're gonna love. Oh man, that game will like put you in a chill mood. It's a very zen game, even though it has a lot of.
Zen with limbs flying around.
I mean, yeah, it has a whole. It's not that violent.
I can imagine, a
There's
limb
no limbs.
flying, but
Nah.
in slow motion with the Zen music.
If anything, I wish there were limbs flying around. It's not violent enough. If anything, you don't really. The models. It's not like Doom Eternal. The models of the characters don't get detached limbs here. You do.
What? You have katana sword fighting and there's no limbs flying around?
Yeah, you do. You do cut heads every now and then in one of your finishing moves, and obviously in the cutscenes you can see some violent shit. But what I mean is in the actual combat, the basic combat, it's mostly you run them through.
Stab.
You stab them, you run them through with your katana in various ways, but. It's not as you don't see hands and legs flying around like it's not as violent like
Not all the time, but
Yeah.
sometimes.
I can't remember like it's not that is not like it's I can't say it's not a violent natured game because obviously you're like an assassin like both a samurai and then a ninja assassin. You play both roles in a way. That's like part of the theme of the game.
Oh.
Yes, it's the dark side versus the light side, so it's kind of
With the same character?
yes.
But-
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin
But
it has a
ninjutsu is different
sorry.
martial art from...
Yes, it is. Yes. Listen, the game happens with the Mongol invasion, and it's like loosely based on history, but it gives them a good excuse to have very violent stuff because the Mongols aren't known for being extremely gentle with their enemies. Let's just say that. So you do see some heinous shit. What I mean is the violence itself. They like try to make it very realistic and not make it like over stylistic. So you won't see like you do in the samurai movies or in a Kill Bill or something like that. You won't see a whole lot of
No, Kill Bill was extreme to the other side.
yeah, but even like classic samurai movies are pretty fucking violent. You see like
Yeah.
hands flying and a bunch of blood
Which is
spurting out.
realistic to me.
It is realistic in a way, but it's you know what I mean. It's still stylistic for the movie, it's like over stylistic. Yes. So in this game, there is all that stuff, but again, it's not like the emphasis of the game. The game itself. It's more beautiful and serene and chill. It's like it takes the beautiful parts of Japan and Japanese culture and really put an emphasis on it. Even though it's a Western studio,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did a great job of really capturing the essence of the Japanese culture when it comes to the beautiful side of it, at least.
That's right. It sounds like I'm gonna get good,
Yeah,
good hours of sleep from it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like you have like spas that you can like hot spas that you can sit in and you listen to like.
You understand that down point is when I fall asleep.
Well, then you might actually fall asleep a lot. Yeah, in the non-combat
I play
part.
Witcher 3 and I'd fall asleep in the Gwent.
Listen, you'll be falling asleep no matter what you. The only game.
No, because if it's an action part, then I don't fall asleep because I'm busy staying alive.
Only Doom, the Dark Ages might keep you alive. Can keep you up the whole way.
That will definitely
Yeah.
wake me up.
This game, it's up to you and how you play it. You don't have to. You can go full combat from the first moment and just not do any exploring and but that's not you. You like exploring. You like doing other
Sure,
stuff.
sure.
So if you do the other activities and other stuff, there's a lot of chill moments.
I jest.
Yeah, you sit in a blossom tree and you listen to a flute in the background and you hear the nature and you hear the wind.
All your descriptions are just giving me the Last Samurai scenes
Yes,
going through my head.
That's exactly it.
When the guy dies and he looks at the blossom, he's like, perfect.
Yes, that's the vibe. You know what? The Last Samurai is actually the perfect movie to say that is almost like an inspiration.
That's a great movie.
Obviously, the Kurosawa movies, the classic samurai movies, obviously he's the master of all those movies. You even have a Kurosawa mode, which puts it in black and white.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
yes, but the Kurosawa movies are very violent. They have
Yes.
some very violent scenes. So again, this game also has very violent scenes, but again, you won't see like limbs flying all around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like toned down a bit. And it's a very, very beautiful game. Beautiful atmosphere. You're gonna enjoy yourself playing this game. It's very chill. I love it.
Just to not leave an open-ended discussion.
Yes, yeah,
I do have a breaking point. I just haven't reached it yet. Okay?
About Starfield.
Yes, about Starfield. I am like the only clear sign is that I'm sometimes asking myself, why am I still playing this? And if you ask yourself that, that's a problem.
That's why I'm.
Yeah.
That's why I'm.
But
giving
I
you
always have an answer. All right. So I'm close to the break. Means I'm close to the breaking point. I'm not there yet.
How far in are you? Do you think in the game? You said you're not even doing the side quest, so you should be pretty far in.
I'm talking about like the side quest that you randomly run into.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't do random exploration because I don't think it exists in this game. If you
did the bigger side quests.
I do the missions, like the big missions.
Yeah.
Some of them are like side missions that are chained, like are long ones. Okay, like if you join the faction. Okay, so you got like that factions quests now.
Yes.
So I do them,
and the faction quests are not fun. Like they were.
Yeah, they're okay. That's why I do them. But the random quests,
okay,
the filler quests,
very generic.
That's
very lazy, very Bethesda.
Because the levels are the same.
Okay, so now you're focusing just on the main quest and the big side quests, the faction quests.
It's like,
is it still what's still bothering you then?
You know, they added elements that they didn't have before. For example, this is a space game, so you have to have like a ship building and improvement. You know, like upgrading your ship, having a better ship.
Okay.
Okay, it's crap.
It's crap,
bro. It's like. I'm level 25, okay? That's like halfway. I think the max level is 50, I think.
All right.
I'm not sure. I'm level 25, which also is just from random combat and things.
The things that you don't enjoy doing anymore, yeah?
And I don't think I'm going to get any better with the ship anymore.
How deep are you?
And I'm rich.
Wait, how deep are you in the game?
I'm filthy rich.
How deep are you in the game? Halfway? Halfway?
I don't know. How can I know? I don't know when the story ends. It feels the beginning.
It still feels... Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. Story-wise.
It feels like I'm in the first third.
Oh my god, bro. May God be with you.
I don't know if I'll finish it.
I hope you
Honestly,
don't.
I don't know if I'll complete it.
There's so many other good games to play that are worth your time. Your limited, valuable time. That's my point. That's the whole thing that started this. Anyways, yeah. Okay. So, let's just sum it up. Okay, then move on to the next subject. Otherwise, we're never gonna keep going. I hope that at some point you'll say, nah, fuck this. Just like, you'll just say, nah. Just delete it and start playing like Ghost of Tsushima or Indiana Jones or any other of the great games that came out since.
Even Skyrim.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Just, you already played that game 1,000 times.
Sure, I'm just saying. It scratches the same itches. So instead of suffering in Starfield, I can just have another Skyrim run. You know?
No Man's Sky doesn't scratch that itch.
Oh! Wow, you just circled back to when I said I'm going to compare it to a game and I'm not sure if it's fair and I didn't compare and listeners are probably going wild. No!
Use the timestamps. Use the timestamps.
No Man's Sky. If you compare it to No Man's Sky, which gives you exactly those vibes of the sandbox where do whatever you want, settle somewhere or just explore or see the universe or whatever, does it way better. With ship improvement, just does it better. You know? So if you're looking for those vibes, play fucking No Man's Sky.
By the way, that company is working on a new extremely ambitious game project.
Hey, they delivered late, but they delivered.
Oh yeah. 100%. All right, that's that. Let's move on. So,
you call it Marble Rivals?
Fucking autocorrect or something.
That's funny.
Shit. Anyways, yeah, I want to talk about Marble Rivals. It's where you play marbles against rivals.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
I talked about it last time. How much a good game it is. I am out of the honeymoon phase now, so can't even hold that against me. You know what I mean? You can't say that now that the good times are over. Now there's like an established meta. People know which heroes are good, which heroes are not so good, which heroes are bad. So, and I like following that shit about games that I actually enjoy. I'm actually trying to improve in the game, which hasn't happened.
Who's the worst hero?
Right now?
Yeah, according to the meta.
I can't remember off from the top of my head, but one of the heroes that was considered one of the best was the martial arts guy. Iron Fist. Iron Fist. Yeah, Iron Fist was considered to be like a noob killer the very first few weeks, but then people realized he's pretty bad. Yeah, he dies. People just know how to counter him. But the meta always shifts and changes, of course, because they also balance it. That's not my point. My point is that the fact that I'm following at all the meta in a competitive live service hero shooter. If anyone that knows me and knows my personality and knows my history in gaming, this will sound like fucking we found life on Mars. It's kind of seems unrealistic.
Yeah.
It's everything that I hate. I hate team shooters. I hate live service. Not all of them, but most live service games I hate. I hate the whole fucking Overwatch clone vibes that most of these games have. And it's from China as well. That I don't know what's going on. They have no previous experience.
Crazy world.
Yeah, no previous experience with this kind of game. NetEase is like one of the biggest Chinese companies. It's like probably reporting directly to the CPP. No, let's not get into it, okay? All the things were against this game. But then I played it. I was hyped for it before even because I saw some gameplay and it looks really good and I was surprised. But then I said maybe once it comes out there will be some gacha mechanics, there'll be something hidden there, something that will fuck it up. Nope. Game launched perfectly, no issues with servers, and it had like...
Can you believe that? Like Diablo always comes out and the servers crash and they can't support the amount of players who play it, and Marvel Rivals...
And it had like 500,000 players in the first few days, concurrent players, which is a lot. And the game broke a whole bunch of records, and justifiably so. It's such a good game. It is such a good game, man. It's so well designed.
This is just very telling on the franchises as well.
Of course, but that's not an excuse. You have plenty of games, even from last year. Plenty of games that are based on hugely successful franchises that were just completely meh or just unsuccessful. And you even have Marvel.
Give me one example.
Fucking Outlaws, Star Wars Outlaws was completely overwhelming, both in sales and in reception.
Yeah.
Not to talk about the Avatar game, even less successful.
No, that's not the same franchise.
Sure, but Avatar is one of the most successful franchises of all time.
What?
Yes. Both the movies were top selling, like top of the box office for months.
Yeah, that doesn't make it a successful franchise.
It is a very successful franchise. What do you mean? Never mind.
It doesn't have a cult following. Come on.
Avatar doesn't. The movie that people literally after coming out of the theater, they felt empty because the world is so whimsical and amazing, and they suicided.
What?
Yes, this is a true story. Google it. People literally came out of the first movie, right? When it was like a huge phenomenon. People with the 3D glasses and all that. That's the movie that like made people start using the 3D technology again, shoving down our throats again. So why? Because it was such an incredible cultural hit and an amazing fucking experience. And I admit, I enjoyed myself a lot when watching this movie in the fucking theater. It was an experience, an absolutely amazing experience. People were so deep into the world and so into it that when they came out of the movie, they went into some sort of a fucking depression and killed themselves a few weeks or a few days later.
How many people?
I don't know. I think I remember that. This is from years ago, decades ago, literally. But you can check it. This is not. I'm not making this shit. I'm not making this shit up. You can check it later in Google, or if you're listening right now.
That sounds like evolution in World War.
Listen, it probably was depressed people before that. Okay, let's be honest. But this movie like offered them the perfect escapism for a few moments.
There's a difference between something being
I want to talk about Marvel Rivals, not Avatar.
Being a benchmark that, plowed away a vanguard, something that changed the industry about something, like the way this introduced 3D, which I agree with everything you said. But that doesn't mean that the world built behind it is something that caught millions of people and now historically is going to be something of its own. for years to come.
I think it is. I think everybody.
Okay, so maybe I'm wrong about it.
I think
That's okay.
everybody knows what an AV is. Everyone knows that characters, the blue, huge cat-like characters. I think people cosplay that shit. I think there's fandoms of that. There's toys. It's a franchise, and it's a very successful franchise. I don't think you can deny that. One of the most successful in the history of the world.
I didn't say
it just doesn't.
I said it doesn't compare to Marvel.
It doesn't have. Yes, because it doesn't have the rich history and the decades of
Sure.
characters. Of course, it's not.
That's what. Okay, that's
But
what my
there's
point.
like
They're not comparable. That was what I
But
was
James
saying.
Cameron is making these movies for the rest of his fucking life, unfortunately, and there's like 5 more movies on the pipeline of Avatar. So it's a developing
Poor
franchise.
guy.
Yes, poor us. We are denied his skills in making actual good movies, wasted on this fucking experiment, like this CGI experiment. Listen, I enjoy the Avatar game, the movies. I
enjoyed the game too.
I enjoyed the first half. Then I got so Ubisoft formalistic, boring that I just uninstalled it. As always.
Ubisoft.
Fucking Ubisoft. We'll get to that. We'll get to that if you let me continue. If you let me get to the point.
Train wreck. Yeah, go on.
I don't know why we're Avatar. We were talking about fucking Marble. Marble rivals.
Go on, Marvel.
Where you play marbles against the rivals.
Yes, go on with. The point was that Marvel is a huge franchise.
Yes,
very successful.
but that doesn't mean that it's automatically a good game.
No, but look, central point of these games, for example, is the characters. Okay, they have a huge roster of characters to work with.
Yes.
Oh, from the bat.
All I'm saying is, just because you have the IP of an extremely successful franchise, doesn't automatically mean that IP will, that game will be successful.
No, it doesn't.
You still need to
It's a good
respect.
starting point.
You need to, of course, but you need to respect the source material.
Yes.
You need to understand the lore.
Yes.
You need to know how to design the characters correctly with their correct abilities.
Yes.
And still make it familiar for all the Overwatch clones.
Yes.
And they did all of this in such.
Talent.
It's a 10 out of 10 on most of those categories.
Yes.
The music is epic and amazing.
Yes.
The animation, the animation of the characters is top tier.
Yes.
Comparing to the best of Blizzard. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? The fact that you have like mini cutscenes for literally everything you do in the
Yes.
UI. And it's all like comic accurate.
Yes.
The female characters, they look fucking sexy, they look good.
Yes.
They have an ass and they have the tits, thank fucking God.
Yes.
They don't look like these generic, flat characters that are supposed to be binary.
Maybe some do, but you got everything. Go on.
Yes, they look like the comic book fantasy counterparts. Both the males and the females look exactly like they do in the classic comic books, which is
Yes.
extremely buff, extremely muscular, extremely sexy.
Greek gods. Next.
Yes. Next, the gameplay. It's smooth. It's beautiful. It's great. It's extremely scalable. Even though it's on fucking Unreal 5. I hate that fucking engine. They're doing a good job of optimizing it.
Yes.
Okay? The game runs pretty well. The gameplay is fluid and it's just very fun, very easy to get into, especially if you love the lore of Marvel. It will be extremely easy to get into. You just already have in your head your favorite characters that you're gonna try and learn.
Yes.
And this game made me actually start playing competitive. I haven't grinded a competitive game with a ladder that you go up the ranks. I haven't done that in so long, bro.
Yeah.
Since the early days of actually the only way we do it is if you consider us playing Counter-Strike once half a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only semi-regular time I was technically grinding, but I wasn't doing it solo. I was doing it with you guys, which was very rare.
Yeah.
Now I'm literally playing every night, or almost every night.
That was always the point of exammination. Like the
Yes.
games that we would solo,
Yes.
the ladders that we would solo, we knew is the game we
Exactly,
would.
and I haven't soloed Counter-Strike in a very long time because I played this game from the very early days. It's all the same for me.
Yeah.
It's still a good game. I'll still play Counter-Strike, no doubt about it. I'll definitely come back to play it. I always do. But right now, it's not on my playlist. And this game kind of scratches all my itches, if you will.
Yeah.
It's not a tactical shooter. I still have that void in my head of a good, slow-paced, tactical shooter.
Different kind of game completely.
Yes. that space still hasn't been satisfied, by the way. The
Sure.
closest thing to it is Counter-Strike, but I just want something new. Call of Duty ain't it. That's for sure.
What about Space Marine 2?
No, I'm talking about semi-realistic at least, tactical shooters, not like a Space Marine in a 40k universe. I'm talking
Alright.
talking a semi-realistic or even a realistic tactical shooter. I
So
want
Call of
something.
Duty games.
Yes, man, it doesn't have to be. I know there's like there's like the new Delta, whatever
Same
that
thing.
came out. Yeah.
Special Forces, Army.
Yes, but a good one, a really good, something that has the production value of Marvel Rivals, okay? That would be amazing. Anyway, so Marvel Rivals, it does scratch the competitive itch. It does make my competitive juices flow.
Yeah.
Last time I talked, I'm pretty sure I told you that I only play the game on quick play, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's been a month since then, so now
Yeah.
I already went from bronze 3, which is the lowest, obviously, to silver 3. So I went up one bracket.
Oh, wow.
Listen, I'm not a good player. I haven't played Overwatch in years, and I'm not a good hero shooter player. I'm a much more.
Sure, you're old as fuck. You're tremors.
No, not even that. I'm just not good in these kind of games where you need to combine abilities and you need to be with your team all the time, and the team plays huge.
You don't have to be with the team all the time. It depends on the character.
It does, but in majority of the situations, you want to stay with relatively near your team unless you're playing a dive character
For
slash.
example, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the character. Depends on
but
the map.
team,
not
but the
every-
team never wants, just like Overwatch and any
Yeah,
hero shooter,
exactly.
you don't want to stagger in one by one. You
No,
always
of
want to
course
try and go, if you wipe, you want to go in together.
It's still a team game.
Yes, it's a very, very extremely, I'd say an extremely complicated and sophisticated team game that is deceptively easy to get into, but very hard to master.
Yeah.
Very hard to master. Now, you know me, I'm the flex guy. I'm the guy who will play whatever is needed. And I don't like playing just one character or two characters. I love playing most of the roster if I
Yeah.
can get away with it. Right? That's how
Which
I am.
is
That's how I
complete
am.
opposite of me.
Yeah, I know. By the way, it's complete opposite of most people. Most people like the few characters that they have. I also have my favorites, obviously. But I like trying a whole bunch of characters. I just love it. It's just like in StarCraft that I always play random. I always play all three all three races. I just love it. I love that shit. So I hate commitment, you could say.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. But I have my favorites for sure in Marvel Rivals. And it's such a great game, man. And the fact that it's free to play and you get such...
Who's your favorite?
I'd say right now Venom is probably my favorite tank. My favorite DPS is probably...
He's a dive tank.
Yeah, he is. My favorite DPS right now, that changes all the time, but right this moment is probably Psylocke. She's hot as well, which helps.
Yes.
And yeah, she's a fucking wrecking ball. I love her. And my favorite support or strategist is Rocket Raccoon for sure. He's fun. It's fun as fuck to
Raccoon
play.
is support?
Yeah. He's a support. Yeah, he's very fun. Very fun. They call it strategist for the supports, they call it vanguards for the tanks, and they call it duelists for the DPS. Now, the problem with the game, it's not perfect, obviously. It has a few issues. I'll just mention them and then we move on. A few issues with this game, which is one of the best games, one of the best competitive games that I've ever played. I'm going to say it right now.
Yeah.
It still has all the frustrations that every competitive game plays, especially when you play solo. You sometimes get stuck with a terrible team. The game will be completely one-sided. Sometimes you'll play like shit and your people will flame you. Yeah. All the usual stuff. I'm okay with it because I'm enjoying the game so much and I'm actually trying to get better at it. I'm actually watching videos on YouTube. I haven't done that in years.
What?
I'm 43 years old, bro. I haven't done this in almost a decade. I don't think I've looked in videos to how I improve in a game.
Have you been watching streams on Twitch?
I have. I have.
What?
I have. Sorry, I have something in my throat.
Bitch, say what?
Bro, I think I'm addicted to it. I think I like the game. I'm almost ashamed to say.
Twitch streams? Fuck!
Listen, don't judge me, okay? Even though I judge you harshly for playing Starfield.
I need to arrange an intervention.
No, it's not that bad. Listen, let me put things in perspective. I am also a bit, let's just say, I'm also an adult with responsibilities and a job. I don't have a wife and kids yet.
I think you're playing it fast and loose with the world adult.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I have limited time, and I also like playing the single player games. Obviously, I also still play Heroes of the Storm. I still play that piece of shit because I hate myself, I guess.
It exists.
Yeah, that game still exists. It's on maintenance mode, but it's actually pretty active. It's actually, bro, I find matches in 1.2 seconds. Now, the thing is, this is a competitive game, but I'm not playing the ladder. I'm playing like ARAM, which is like a all random, all middle, like kind of mod. Yeah, it's like pure action from the first moment, basically. So it's not competitive. Doesn't have a rank, so I don't count that.
Also, it's not a mode that is basically what the game was made for.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's very casual.
Right.
So it doesn't itch that scratch that itch. But the Marvel Rivals, it's very competitive game, and yet still extremely fun. Extremely fun. I'm sure that once I get to the higher ranks, it will start feeling very. I'm sure that it will suck the fun out of it. I have no doubt about it. You know,
it depends, because you get more of the try-hard flaming.
No, not because of that. I think it's.
But you also.
The higher rank you go, the more you do need to like kind of be an expert in a few specific characters. You can't really do what I do. Be the you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you need expertise.
Yeah, because the higher rank you go, the easier people counter you. They know how to counter you. They know all your abilities. They know how to work together. They'll focus you. You won't be able to easily experiment with some new characters. You'll have to use quick play for that. Quick play. One of the biggest issue I have with quick play, and I don't see enough people mention it. I actually want to make a video about this. I might make a fucking solo video about this. The first in the fucking channel.
Earthquake.
No, the fucking.
Don't say no.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The biggest.
If you making a solo video is a fucking earthquake.
We'll see if it happens. I don't know. Anyways, if I ever do, this might be one of the subjects I'll do it on, because I haven't seen enough people talk about this. Even though in the Reddit, which I frequent, obviously, a lot of people mention it. There are bots in the game, undisclosed bots, as in NetEase never acknowledged them.
Yeah,
and they are in the quick play only. And I stopped playing quick play since I learned this. If you lose one game, or even, you know what? Fuck that. That's not true. Even when you win, it sometimes puts you against bots, and you also have bots in your team. But in most cases, the bots are in the other team, especially if you're in a loss streak.
Yeah.
It will definitely put you against 5 bots to give you a better chance of winning. And making you feel better.
Yeah.
That's the whole psychological aspect of it.
Of course.
Yeah, and the Chinese, they know what they're doing, my friend.
How to make you feel better.
They know how to keep you engaged in their game.
Yeah.
They don't want you rage quitting.
No.
So how do you avoid that? You put bots in the game. And how do you know those are bots? You can go and check their... First of all, the names are usually very similar.
Yeah.
It's usually a first name and a last name with like caps lock.
Okay.
And like for the first character is caps locked, I mean.
Yeah.
And when you go to the profile after the game, you won't see any profile. It will always be private, always.
Always.
Yes. And you can very easily spot them. And you will see that it always happens if you're in a lose streak. I can show you this if you want, by the way. You just go to your history and you can check and see who you're playing against, and it will be 5 fucking bots against you. And that makes you feel...
That's an interesting dead internet theory.
Once you realize this, because again, NetEase does not disclose this. Most people that play this game don't know what I'm saying right now. This probably comes to them as a surprise.
What do you mean you haven't seen anyone talk about this? I've heard about this in at least 2 podcasts.
I know you heard from me, at least, in the last episode.
Yeah, but I don't listen... Well, I listen to your podcast, but it's one I'm recording.
It's something that should be talked about and mentioned, because I feel like it's not fair towards the player base. It makes them gain a false sense of accomplishment and security that against a bunch of bots that are terrible.
But in quick play? No one takes quick play seriously.
I mean, sure, but why not give the option to at least be toggable? At least give the option.
That would be admission.
Yes, but then it will be. Then you won't hear me say shit. I think it should be toggable. You should have the option. I think it's okay that there's bots in the games. Maybe I haven't established this. I think it's okay that there are bots in the game in general, but I think you need to disclose it. You need to let people know about it, and you need to make it toggable. You need to give the option for people to play against other people or to mix it up. Because there's already an option to play against AI. So why are you...
What do you mean there's an option to play against
There's
AI?
an option for you to play against AI. As in, you're playing against AI. You can even adjust its difficulty.
In the game?
Yes. So why are they not disclosing that there's bots in quick play? They don't want people to know they're playing against bots, because it will make you feel like shit. When you dominate the game, Wait. When you dominate the game, and then you figure out that all those people you dominated and you felt really good about your performance were a bunch of fucking bots.
No, but first of all, again, no one takes quick play seriously. So if you dominate in quick play, I've never felt when I dominated in, the general non-ladder thing in Counter-Strike, even if I dominated, it was like, this is where no one gives a shit. Of course you can dominate here.
Just because you don't give a shit doesn't mean I don't want to play against other human beings, man.
I'm not saying you don't or don't want to. I'm saying it's not supposed to make you feel like you're a superpower.
But the game also feels much better when you play against other people because they actually act like real people.
I agree with you. I'm just countering the point that you said that people, the false feeling of being a good player is what's bothering you. This is not something you're supposed to get.
My issue is them not disclosing this and not making it toggable.
There's some video on it, but I don't know if they're gonna...
I don't see how that's not bothering you, to be honest.
Because I don't play it.
Yeah, but if you would be playing it, it would bother. If you play quick play, this time I don't even...
I'm hung up on the AI.
Listen, I used to play quick play, just like you said, not take it very seriously. Yes, that's why I use quick play to train characters that I don't know yet.
Yeah.
That's what most people do in quick play, right?
Yeah.
Sure. But then when you know that you're playing against a bunch of fucking bots, you're not really getting a realistic assessment of your character because those bots do not react like human beings. I'm telling you right now, they don't play like human beings. They make huge mistakes. They play like bots. Very easily killable. They don't move. They hardly move away from your shots. Sure, they can get a kill, they can kill you, but most of the times you will dominate them. Most of your games. Unless you're really, really, really bad. Okay? If you have even the most basic skill, you will dominate those bots in most games. And that's by design. They wanna make you keep engaged. They don't want you rage quit, they want you to stay in the game. I get it. But disclose it, make it toggable. And then I won't say shit about it. I think it would be great for some people. Because some people maybe they wanna train against bots, but then why do you have your versus AI mode in the first place?
Yeah, I'm a bit hung up on that. What do you mean you can play against AI?
You have a versus AI option in Marvel Rivals. I don't know what
like ChatGPT AI?
No, it's called it AI, but it's fucking just bots.
Okay, so
it's bots.
No, because in today's climate you can't say AI.
But that's them using that language.
That's so it's stupid.
They don't say bots, they say AI because AI is cool. It's a cool word today.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Anyways, yeah, let's move on. Oh, and one more thing. One last thing, and I'm not even gonna focus on it because it's been going on for a while. Another issue with this game, takes way too long to get into a game. When I mean get too long, I don't mean the queues. The queues are
I remember them short.
Queues are very short. Well, in quick play, no.
You mean that you have to lots of clicks from when you log in until you get to...
Unnecessary launcher. Why is it there? No reason. You press to open the launcher. Then you press play in the launcher. Already 2 unnecessary clicks. Now you go into the game. There's the fucking logo. There's the introduction. There's the logo. Another logo. The seasonal cutscene. And then you're in the main menu.
Does the logo have Marvel in it?
I don't remember. Obviously, I think so, yeah.
So maybe they're forced to show it.
I don't know, bro. I feel like, bro, there's Marvel everywhere in this fucking game.
Doesn't matter. You don't know if in the contract they have to show a Marvel.
Listen, I don't give a fuck whatever the reason is. Make it faster to get into your game, NetEase, and you will see people will play your game more. It's very simple. It's that simple. Less clicks equal more play. This is like basic 101 psychology of UI and UX that I have some experience with. Less clicks, less complicated, more people will do it more often. Very simple. Let's move on.
Did you finish Cyberpunk, the expansion?
No.
Wasn't that like a year ago?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a year ago, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty...
Lazy fuck!
No, I'm pretty deep into it, but I stopped playing because I was frustrated by the technical limitations of my system. Because I like playing with the path tracing and everything on maximum, so I'm trying to wait for like the new drivers that are coming up literally in the end of this month from Nvidia that will improve for all cards, previous cards, including yourself. It's called DLSS 4, and it's going to improve the performance of frame generation, reduce the VRAM usage of frame generation, which is quite expensive. Ray reconstruction, improved ray reconstruction, and of course the super resolution. is also improved. The image should look much clearer now and should even work faster. There is, however, a performance hit overall. Like the GPU will need to be working harder on this new model, but it's called the transformer model. The old model is the CNN model.
Yeah.
And the transformer model is a bit heavier on the performance, but it should be offsetted by frame generation and the super resolution. So you should be getting better image quality and better performance, especially with frame generation. Now, you don't get the multi-frame generation that comes with the next line of cards from Nvidia, the 5 series.
Yeah.
That's something that is unique for the 5 series. It's the multi-frame generation. It's the X2 and X3 more frames. What you get right now is just...
you mean times 2 and times 3?
Yes, exactly. And that's not coming, for now at least, it's not coming to previous generations. Anyways, yeah, so I haven't finished the game, finished the expansion, I mean. I'll wait for the new drivers to come out, because they might improve the performance, and then I'll give it another shot to continue. Or I might just restart the whole expansion. Just the expansion, not the whole game. You can... Yeah, we'll see. Hey, I have enough stuff to play. Anyways,
that's the problem.
I wanted to ask you something. Last time we talked about BG3, about co-op that you started with the boys.
Yeah.
I want an update, bro.
It's fun as fuck. It's just funny situations rise up all the time because someone kills someone or starts combat somewhere or just loots the wrong thing. And, you know, we bicker between us also because it's like, why'd you do that? And it's like, it's mine, no, and yes. And it's like the characters fighting in a D&D group.
Bro, I mean, come on. That's part of the fun, isn't it?
I'm saying it gives you you play the game in a very different vibe. The game gives you the setting, and you just layer on it the interactions between.
It sounds really fun, to be honest. Yeah. It sounds amazing. What would you say is like the biggest difference from the single player experience to this?
I can tell you, for me, a huge difference.
That's what I'm asking.
There's things that are hard for me to do in these games, even when it's projection, you know, you're playing a character, like being very sadistic or mean or all kinds of things that I just don't usually do because it's not fun for me, even to...
I mean, but don't you choose your alignment?
You do.
If you don't have to, we don't have to do it if you play a good alignment.
Like, even if I play an evil character, I won't play like a murderous, you know, sadistic horror movie character. It'd be like an evil character that just has his own agenda or a power thirst, you know?
A practical killer, if you will.
Exactly. So there are situations that I never get into in these games. Right. And now when it's with 3 other people and they are leaning into the sadistic nature,
yeah,
and it's the peer pressure is helping and I'm going with it, so I get to see sides of the game that I never would normally would.
Okay, can you give an example?
Just murdering everything in your path.
Because the other guys are doing it?
Yeah, and you just
you have to go. But doesn't that lead to, I mean, roleplay wise, wouldn't that lead to a huge fight? Like between you guys? Because they're doing stuff that your character...
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm letting my character be this evil.
What alignment did you choose? Again, I'm asking.
Oh, in Baldur's Gate 3, you don't choose an alignment.
Don't you? I can't remember. Don't you have some sort of... I mean, there's the Dark Core, or whatever the fuck his name is.
You mean Dark Urge? The
Dark Urge, yeah, sure. I haven't played the game in a long time.
No, but you don't choose alignment.
Okay, so I guess I forgot about it. All right.
You just play your character. Alignments, if you think about it, are not very realistic, you know.
I mean, it's like, not part of the
demeanor.
Is it not part of the rule set of? It's like D&D version 5, right? It's like you're supposed to know this much better than
exactly.
I do.
But I have the versions mixed up because I also play old style D&D.
This one is based on the latest version.
I know.
That's 5, right?
I just
the latest edition.
The D&D I play now with my friends is the old version.
I understand.
We switch between versions every few years.
I understand, but
so I don't remember if 5e has alignments or not.
Oh, okay. I see.
I think it doesn't. Because that makes more sense. You play a character that has a certain, you know, character, a certain demeanor. Like it hates some things, loves some things are red lines for it. This is different from character to character. Like
So the
choosing an
only-
alignment is fun.
Do you have a Dark Urge in your team?
No, because I told you.
Oh,
there's
yeah,
an
yeah,
oversight.
one of you
we
forgot.
wanted one and no one took it.
So you're one of your dudes is like overcompensating for not being a Dark Urge and basically brutally murdering everyone.
No, but every time it's someone else, shit just happens.
Would you consider your team like a bunch of murderous bastards?
Not completely. Not completely. We haven't murdered everything we saw. But
Only half the things. Only Thanos.
just roll
Only
with
Thanos snapped half of the world.
yeah, exactly. We just roll with it, basically.
So you're enjoying yourself, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most important, but probably some funny moments, I'm sure.
Yeah. Lots of laughs.
What was like? You have like an example of something that was extremely funny that happened? Like maybe the funniest thing you remember?
There's a problem. I'm very high when I play with them.
All right. Yeah. Anything else?
Nah.
We good?
Yeah.
All right. Mid-game life crisis. This has been our 12th episode.
Oh yeah. A year.
We've been doing this for a year, man. That's ridiculous. Anyways, guys, press the like button if you like our shit. You press the dislike button if you do not like our shit, and you don't press anything if you don't care. And maybe talk to us below. Let us know what's up. That's it. I am Inconsistency.
I'm Werewolf.
Mid-game life crisis monthly podcast. We are out.